Hello YouTube, I've just started recording very abruptly. No warning for the people watching live. I mean, it's quite rude of me to be honest, but frankly it's time to get you into the action because if I don't, I'm going to sit here waffling on for hours and I'm going to get no Dwarf Fortress done and I'm going to be banned from Twitch because I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. Hello, Fry Guy again. Hello. No clowns. Well, so far, no candy. So the likelihood of clowns is... Oh, I see what you mean. Excuse me. What a fool I am. I should have seen that for what it was. A very witty, wry comment on the words spoken on this stream, not something talking about the game. God, I'm an idiot. Blimey. Oh, also, I should take this moment to mention, don't normally do this when the YouTubers are here, but I thought I'd take the opportunity. If any of you happen to live near Tacoma, Washington, then please do check out Tacoma Games. It's a little game store that you might like to check out. It's I used the word check out twice. It's not even a word, it's a series of words. It's a phrase, in fact. Anyway, sorry, carry on. Yeah, there's a shop called Tacoma Games in Washington State. And if you go there, they sell tabletop role-playing games, collectible card games, which you can order online in North America. Well, United States, not Canada. And they also sell, board games, role-playing games, all that kind of stuff. You know the thing, polyhedral dice, all that get up. Check them out, they're good. That's the sound of me drinking coffee from the free mug they sent me. Yeah, think about it. If I'm willing to do that for a mug, just imagine what I'd do for money, eh? Come on. Come on. No? No, okay, no one wants to sponsor me. That's fine. That's fine. Well, thank you very much for putting the link in the chat there, Rando. Much appreciated. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. Enough of this whiffle waffle. Let's get into the game properly. Maybe put a bit of volume on. Before we do, I need to open up the volume sliders so I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Here we go. Just scroll across. This is so pro, this stream, isn't it? This is absolutely, rock solid professional grade stuff. Here we go. Ah, no, if you'd done it through 7 iterations of the spelling, Rando, that would have been epic. But unfortunately, that was just sort of mild failure. Mediocre, as old white hair muck post-apocalyptic cars would say. I don't know what his real name is. What was his real name? You know who I mean. When I say the name White Hair Muckpocalypse, oh my god, Muckpocalypse, Muck Post-Apocalyptic Cars, that's an impossible name to say fast. You know who I mean though, right? Mediocre guy, witness me, all that jazz. Immortan Joe, that was his name. Immortan Joe. Oh, there we go. So let's take a little tour of the fortress before I unpause, because frankly, if I don't, we're going to miss things. There's probably stuff going on from last session that I have completely forgotten about. So we'll begin on the surface. Very simple. We built a corpse stockpile that's walled off here just to avoid any kind of unwanted mood swings from traders. We've had that before. They've seen a stockpile of corpses and gone, oh my, and frozen. Almost forever until someone came up and bumped them in the arse. I mean, not literally, just another wagon comes along. But anyway, we've built this little fortification around here. Well, I say that, this is a wall. If we go up a floor, then we have fortification that's being built around this platform at the top of the wall. But we're running low on blocks, so that's taking a while to get built. Now, still on the surface, if we go down here, we can see what will ultimately be our lava moat. Now, it filled up to about here and here with 1s and 2s, mainly due to the absolutely ridiculous length of this lava conduit tunnel. So, the plan is, as we have already begun, what we're going to do is place a series of floodgates that gate this off all the way down, so we can fill the chambers bit by bit and allow the sort of tunnel to fill before we open it up and allow the magma to start spilling out. And that we've also segregated this into quarters so we can fill one segment of the moat and then allow it to flow into the other. Now hopefully this lock system will work, but we'll have to see because it's untested. Everyone keeps saying, oh, do pumps, man, pick up the pumps. And I'm like, look at me. Oh, don't look at me, my camera's not on. But listen to me, I'm an idiot. How am I going to figure out how to do pumps? I mean, when I say idiot, I mean, I don't think I'm an actual idiot, but, pumps are complicated, man. Hard stuff. Anyway, we've looked at our lava moat now. Shall I show you where it's coming from? There you go, that's where the magma comes from. Up in the volcano, up in the hills. Right, down here we go to the main entry hallway. Now, you see this little cluster of cage traps here? Oh, hello, Mr. Clubfoot. Welcome back to the stream. Got to keep them corpses out of sight. Learnt that the hard way when my legendary spear dwarf started having a paddy. Oh, that's the worst, when they start having their tantrums all over the shop and just because they've seen a little bit of corpsery. Nonsense. Anyway, this is a little cluster of cage traps which protects me from the potential breach of my surface side fortress. On this side is, of course, the access to the mine with further cage trapping. And here we have a tavern, which is apparently got a horse in it. Not sure why people are bringing horses into the tavern, but I'm sure we'll have to figure that out later on. And here is my temple complex. This is as undedicated, but these areas here are all dedicated to various gods, with this one being to the most popular god, I think, in the fortress, but at least the one that has volcanoes in its portfolio, so very exciting. You need to make iron chains or something for your trained animal pens. Ah, okay. That's right, Cupo. It does sound like a fun party, actually. I mean, fun for the attendees, not so much for the party host, I would say. I mean, if I was at a party and someone brought a horse along, I'd be like, wow, that is a bold move, an extravagant move, a real party move. I mean, if you're going to bring a horse, that's dedication, because you got to get that thing to the damn party. Not even from your house. You may live close to the party, but you probably don't keep the horse at your house, right? I mean, most people who own horses don't have them at them. Maybe then thinking again, horses are pretty expensive. If you own horses, there's probably a fairly decent chance. I mean, if you own multiple horses, you probably do have some kind of facility, and you probably live there, right? There's a guy near my parents who's built a house without planning permission, and he's done so. I'm not going to dox him or anything, so don't worry about. No, I'm not actually going to reveal who this guy is or anything. But he's built this house, and in order to avoid getting planning permission, he's basically just first built a stable for his horses, and then sort of just expanded off the stables. So his house is like it's like an expansion off of the back of a stable. I mean, that house must be pretty pongy, right? I mean, horses. I mean, they're shit. I mean, Jesus Christ, the stuff bursts into flames spontaneously. I mean, obviously not as it comes out of the horse. That would be amazing. We'd all know about that if that was the case. But some people may be unaware that if you store manure in large enough stockpiles, the sensor will heat up enough to make it burst into flames. So people in the US sometimes have horses without being very wealthy, but only sometimes. I imagine that's probably more rural, right, though? I mean, because America has a lot more rural area than the UK for sure. I mean, we have got rural places, and there's a lot of horses kind of around where I live. There's even from the kind of horses that live in stables and you see being trained and being chased around a paddock and on a leash kind of thing, to the horses that live on bits of string on the public land nearby. But I think they're owned by somebody, but I don't think they're taking very good care of them. Oh. Anyway, then again, some of them are small, hardy ponies, and they probably don't mind being out in the cold. I think the USA has public horse barns, so you can own and board them there without owning land yourself. Actually, fun fact, my parents, when I was young, used to keep their caravan at stables where they did just that. They housed people's horses, and they also did pony rides and stuff. I've been on a pony ride. It was fun at the time. I don't think I was much older than 10. But, who knows? Maybe it's still as much fun right now. What am I talking about? For God's sake, we've digressed massively. Let's get back to this. Why are you distracting me, you people? Right, here we go. This here is a chamber sealed off by a floodgate. Ooh! Why, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. This is Claycree the Vampire. He came along a little while ago, and we noticed him straight away before he managed to don his personality disguise. Personality disguise? Alternate personality? Persona. Don the persona of an innocent dwarf. We clocked that he had over 1,000 kills, mostly humans and dwarves, so I swiftly drafted him into a military unit, got him to stand in here, and then clang, down comes the floodgate. Well, not clang, it's Gabbro floodgate, so it's made of stone, so it would be more of a grinding shut stone noise, but you get the idea. Maybe my onomatopoeia aren't on point, but you get the idea. Anyway, further along here, and here's the library as well, I forgot to mention the library, lots of bookcases. I buy every book that gets brought by traders, so we're going to hopefully fill this up pretty soon. Anyway, beyond the cage traps, deeper in, we have a couple of barracks. One for my hand-to-hand combat troops. Well, melee at least. I don't know if that's quite... Is that hand-to-hand? Hand-to-hand makes it sound like combat patty cake, doesn't it? Anyway, in here we've got our ranged boys. Obviously, they've got a pair of stockpiles here for wooden and metal boats. bolts. I have not yet assigned the right training schedules so that they only use wooden bolts for training. So although apparently they have used wooden bolts for training here, look at this little lad sitting in the ditch, they are not necessarily beholden to do so, so they might start wasting arrows around. But we'll see. Let's go down here. Are they using this? There's only one arrow in there. There's not really much reason for them to go collect. Anyway, here we have the hospital, the site of the demise of our poor, dearly departed Lanicerus, who sadly fell out of a tree that I cut down, and while she was in it, to be clear, and, you know, full disclosure, and then she crawled in here and died, which is a bit of a tragedy because she was an important part of our fortress, a manager. But now we've assigned the managerial duties to this vampire who apparently doesn't need to leave the room. It's all good. It's all good. All that stuff's covered. So anyway, here's an archery range, just so you know. Right, down these stairs we go, a couple of floors, 3, 4, there we go. Here's a bedroom floor. I'm very easily bored while making bedrooms, and as you can see, I've made a big dormitory, a nice one for our mare, and then just banged out a load of these tiddlers just for whoever wants them, and I'll just keep adding to that over time in a big long twisty corridor, which will be inefficient, but God, I just can't be bothered with bedrooms. Bedrooms are boring. And I know Cupo, of course, can make bedrooms look interesting, but you know, different styles. Let's go down another floor, leave those boring old bedrooms, and come to the food area, or the food court, I like to call it. Now this is their dining hall, which I think looks pretty damn boss, but they don't seem to like using it. They want to go and hang around in the tavern, which is fair enough, so never mind. Lanicerus wants a new dwarf and wants me to pay more attention. Oh my goodness, such demands. We will resurrect Lanicerus, or perhaps more accurately reincarnate Lanicerus. Well, it's not even that. It's more of a kind of possession. I mean, if we imagine it that the dwarves have their personalities and all that, and they have their names, but then chat denizens sort of reach out through the veil into the game, so to speak, and just sort of like possess those dwarves for a while in a kind of not seeing through their eyes and controlling their motions kind of way, but in a kind of ownership? Dwarven slavery? Or whatever. Let's stop thinking about this. I should probably scroll up and take a look at chat, because it appears that people have been flapping their gums, or rather rattling their fingers across the keyboard, and I have been ignoring all of it. So let's have a look at there. Look down here. Rando303 has said there are also more people that own 20 to 40 acres and a small horse barn. Very nice. Sounds like a fun time in America. If you've got a 20 to 40 acres and a small horse barn, you're doing all right. Maybe not. Maybe your horses are a dreadful financial burden and you're an absolute penury, but how would I know? Perhaps the horse just wanted a pint. We're making a lot of assumptions here. That's true. The horse may not have been led into the tavern to do the call back to the tavern upstairs, which we're no longer looking at. The tavern which competes so brutally with this dining hall. I mean, look, this even has a seat dedicated for the mayor. So the mayor sits at the head of the table and everyone else gets to sit around and, you know, be part of the lordly retinue. But sadly not. They much rather hang out with all the humans who hang around in the fortress. Boo. Boo! How much beer would it take to make a horse drunk? I'm fairly certain you could figure that out empirically, to be honest. Obviously, you need a game horse, which is hard to determine, difficult to determine, but perhaps, I mean, horses have been known to get drunk on fermenting apples, right? I'm fairly sure I've heard that case. Every time I've heard about animals getting drunk, it's never been a positive story. It's never been like, animal got drunk, got really mellow, and sort of sat around for a bit and had a laugh. It's more like, animal gets drunk, animal gets frightened, animal attacks, people die, people kill animal, everybody feels bad, everybody just doesn't drink for a little while. That last thing doesn't happen, does it? That's crazy. Blackfire Gaming reckons likely a few gallons, which of course would depend on the weight fry guy. Everyone's sitting there going, what's he talking about? This is Miles back in chat. We're talking about something new now. We're all talking about the hot new shit, Naruto and things like that. They weigh like 1,000 pounds. Oh man, I don't know pounds and ounces. It's old money here. Like trying to get Andre the Giant drunk. He legendarily could drink buckets of booze, I heard. I obviously never met the man, can't verify that with my own experiences, but it sounds like a likely scenario. Have we sacrificed anyone to the vampire yet? No, we have not, but I have had the notion that maybe those who need banishing or executing or, you know, in some form punishing extremely, we could just draft them and bung them in the same workshop with him, and then ultimately they're gonna get drunk, right? I mean, as in drunk. They're like a Capri Sun or a box drink, drunk. Not kind of drunk. You know what I mean. Stop questioning me. You're getting me confused. Let's have a little look down. Repeating notes. Labour's set on all dwarves still. Manager order is melting all metal objects, iron chains to make trained animals. Okay, I'll remember that, he says, lying. Lonarissus wants new dwarf. We're caught up. Fuzzy logic, I think it's only fair that the new Lonarissus is a tree chopper. That makes sense. There is a certain poetic irony to it. What an extravagant dining hall. Quite. It should be able to fit most of our dwarves in there. And drank. Yes, drank. Yes, you would get drank, not drunk. Drank? You would get drank?
I'm not as think as you drunk I am.
Very, very clearly enunciated there from text-to-speech guy. Thank you for the bits, Rando. I like the way he said that. I'm not as... I can't even say it. I have to read it from the screen. I'm not as think as you drunk I am, he said, which was nice. You get all slurped up indeed. Filled with the old slurpy juice. Anyway, enough of that. Let me just do my own slurping quickly. I don't know why I chose coffee as a drink on such a hot night, but I did, and now I have to live with that. Anyway, enough of this. We've discussed the dining room. Here's the switch hall. These 4 switches are for the floodgate arrangement up in the moat. So that's the top floodgate, bottom floodgate, and I think you can figure out which 2 these are, right? I hope so. This up here is a seed stockpile because I am yet to actually establish any kind of farming. We've existed solely on traded food at the moment and what we brought with us, which of course was substantial. The elephants in Africa get drunk on marula fermented fruit. That can be mellow, chilled out kind. Oh, that's good. That's good to hear. I suppose elephant gets drunk, not that exciting news. Elephant gets drunk and smashes shit up. Much more exciting news, isn't it? So I suppose that's why I've heard of all these things. That's why I've heard of these things and not heard of the happy elephants. No one gives a shit about a happy drunk elephant. You once had a monkey steal my pina colada. Now that's worrying. Pissed up monkeys. That sounds like a scenario I don't think I'd want to get involved in. I mean, monkeys, can be dangerous, right? Especially the bigger ones. Get into the great apes and then fuck that, pissed up baboons, pissed up gorillas, pissed up chimpanzees, pissed up orangutans. I don't care what they're like, normally. But as soon as they start getting drunk in a group, I bet they get rowdy. I bet they're like a bloody bunch of UK tourists. Tourists from the UK, rather than going to. You passed out afterwards. Oh my god, it didn't slip you a sleeping tablet, did it? The monkey did it? Oh my god. But the whole colony spent their lives stealing tourist drink. Oh, okay, I see that. I can imagine the whole scenario. One monkey gets a drink, pulls it off the tourist, has a little sip and goes, whoa, boys, it's time to come out of the trees. I've just discovered something amazing. This gets you drunk. And then they all sort of like rampage through the hotels. Rampage? What was a weird pronunciation, wasn't it? Anyway, enough of this monkey talk. This is my drink stockpile? Yes, my drink stockpile. This is my food stockpile. Stockpile, not stockpile. This is a quern. This is a millstone. This is a screw press. Utterly unused. Don't really know what they do, so I just built them. We've got a kitchen here making medium quality meals. I'm not sure what the terminology is. We have a still, which is supposed to be brewing stuff, but I've not really been paying attention to it. Excuse these hiccups. We've got a butcher's shop and a tanner's shop, both placed with this device that I call the miasma baffle. So even if things start to rot in here, this is so shaped and large enough that miasma can't actually, even if these doors weren't here, it wouldn't make it to the end of this corridor. It just spreads out and sort of fills this room and then nothing happens. So only the people affected are the people who are making the mess. So I suppose that's kind of poetic, right? Here we've got a farmer's workshop where we're not spinning thread, are we? We're milking and cheesing, but we're not spinning and weaving, which is a bit of a shame. Down here, we have an animal stockpile, which is quickly filling up with things that have wandered into the fortress from both the things below. Night chat. Night. Sorry, Radiant M. Toodle Pip. Complete failure to parse what was being read. Okay, where was I? Animal stockpile, yes, we've got all the cages in here. These are things that have been caught by our cage traps, both from the surface and below. We've got giant bats from below, rattlesnake. We actually bought the rattlesnake and the chimpanzee. Is the chimpanzee still with us? There's the chimpanzee. Still looking for mating pairs for those, so we can breed a snake pit and a chimpanzee pit, I suppose. I don't know what's more terrifying. I don't know what's more terrifying at all. A pit filled with angry chimpanzees or a pit filled with angry rattlesnakes. And arguably the angry rattlesnake pit might be less harrowing. I mean, a quick nip and then a bit of pain and then you pass out and you die. Whereas the chimpanzees, I mean, those motherfuckers will rip your face off. And if you're lucky. I mean, normally they target the old pillar and stones first. The old chaps. The old lads in the bags. Good lord, don't want that happening. Not with an angry chimp. Well, I mean, they could pull it off like they weren't even trying. Anyway, now that we've covered that topic, let's look at the rest of the animals. Large rats from below. We've got giant olms from below. Giant olms. I think we've got a cave crocodile somewhere. I bought a bobcat that's being war-trained. A wolverine, which sadly can't be war-trained. Schnicked. We've got more giant cave toads than we know what to do with, frankly. I've got a breeding pair. These are my breeding chambers. When I get breeding pairs of animals, I'm just going to stick them in here and see what happens. See if they can figure out the old boom chicka wow wow. I'm sure they will. I mean, most animals do it naturally, don't they? I think people would do it naturally even if you didn't tell them. I mean, yeah. I mean, they might get it wrong the first couple of tries, but they'll figure it out. I mean, if they don't know how to do it, they might be surprised 9 months later, but, you know. Anyway, so we have a similar setup here. This is my egg-laying chicken room, where all the lady chickens and turkeys and whatever birds come in here and put their eggs down in the nest boxes. And this room is the sexy room, with all the cocks in, and the other male birds, along with a couple of females, and, you know, they have babies. Okay, let's not forget the troll, I forgot about that, and carry on down deeper into the fortress, to our industrial zone. My goodness, it's taken me 21 minutes to do the recap, but don't worry, this will finish soon enough. We'll be done, and then we can actually get into the business of doing things. You know, like games are all about. Sorry, I'm jiggling around all over the place. These are the offices. Can't remember whose is whose. One of them hasn't been assigned yet, so hooray hurrah. This is my particularly cramped crafting room. I'm now thinking maybe on the next set of improvements to the fortress, we might want to make a more streamlined crafting area, because these stockpiles are all very boring, aren't they? It might be nice to have, you know, an idea of central stockpiles that radiate out, and or maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm being too elaborate, and this will do just bloody fine, scoundrel. Calm down. We've got lots of crafts dwarf workshops, 2 or 3 I think. We've got a jeweler's workshop, bower's workshop making ammo. We should probably knock out some crossbows as well, now that I think about it. We don't have any of them. We have a leather works, nice, a mechanics workshop, a mason's, we've got 2 masons workshops I believe. Yep, there's the other one. We've got 3 masons workshops, oh my, and a carpenter's workshop, which is the only one. We were churning out spiked wooden balls, but you know, maybe I'll start conserving some wood for bins and ash to make glassware, because down here we've got our magma. We've got our magma industries, so we've got 3 magma forges down here, which are currently forging iron chain leggings, which we're going to use to train up our lads, because apparently you don't make much of a loss on the stuff if you forge them, melt them, forge them, melt them. I'm hopefully going to set up a little arrangement whereby there's stockpiles where the stuff comes out, goes into one, gets melted, and then gets recycled. So I think that can be done, but I don't know off the top of my head how to do it, so we'll see. This is a stockpile for not iron ores, metal ores, well, ores, which get processed, but sadly, none in there at the moment, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. This is for sand, of course, because here's our magma kiln, magma furnace, and here we've got magma glass furnace, sorry, and here we've got a magma kiln, which we will use to make stuff. Oh, pearl ash at the moment, which I have no stockpile for, unfortunately. But I'm sure we'll figure out what that's all about later on. And of course, this is my bars stockpile for metal bars. Other stockpiles, you ask? Furniture. Leather, cloth, gems, weapons, and gems again, because yes, I know, I'm an idiot. Let's go up a bit higher, and then we have finished goods and a weapon stockpile. Lovely, and then this little room is ready to have a stockpile bunged in it, as and when I desire. So let's go down a little bit further, and oh, that's it. That's all the inhabited area of the fortress. So now, all we have to do is go back up to the surface, bosh, head here. Oh, I'm pointing with my finger, I need to use the mouse. Head here and go down the mine. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Now this is a slightly different, because I'm more afraid of things that come from below than I am from things that are above. We don't just have cage traps here. We've got a lot of cage traps in this fortress. I am a glutton for cage traps. I lay them all over the shop without regard for the resource use. But behind here we have these weapon traps. Weapon traps are a relatively new thing for me. Don't tend to use them so much, but this time I've decided I'm going to, because we have a production line for serrated green glass discs and spiked iron balls. Oh my. So these are pretty nasty, slashy and spiky traps. So it's going to be fun. I'm going to put 3 layers of that in here. So anything that gets past the cage traps, which is, stuff like gremlins, forgotten beasts, they're going to come in here and hopefully they will be minced up, torn to itty-bitty pieces. Now, if we go down these stairs here, you will see we breached the caverns. I was intending to wall off the whole area, but I decided against it for now because blocks are a bit scarce and it's going to use precious dwarves. Although we do appear to have 11 idlers while paused, but we'll see how that lasts. We'll see how that lasts. Oh no, not that nightmare rando. One office dwarf has blinking down arrow. Upset. Well, I think people might be getting a bit moody, but we'll see what we can do by tarting the place up. Smoothing some walls, putting some engravings down, and hopefully everyone will cheer the fuck up. Maybe we'll put some statuary in the hallways, get people looking at cool stuff. Anyway, now we go down this corridor here, and this leads down here. Oh, what's that? What are you? You're a cap hopper. Oh, I don't know what a cap hopper is, but I'm intrigued. So we dig down here, past the caverns, and now what I'm intending to do with this huge long tunnel here is look for ores. What have we got in the wall? Gneiss. I don't know if gneiss usually has any exciting inclusions or veins, but I'm going to do a sort of grid pattern, dig down here, and then, in fact, let's designate a bit now, because I have done absolutely fuck all for the entire stream, so it makes sense to actually, eventually get to doing stuff. So there we go. We're going to make lots of tunnels down like this. Let's make them all the same length. Screw it. Ah, no, I meant to do that. Overshot. There we go. So if I do that, and then you end up with 2... Actually, if I do this, there we go, that's a bit wider. And then that, and then this... There we go. We'll expose as much as we can of the surrounding area, and hopefully... Isn't Nice pronounced like nice? Or maybe I pronounced it wrong. I just really like this nice table. Maybe not. We'll have to look. Maybe someone can Google it and see what the Google lady says when you click the pronunciation button. Which is a thing. It's a thing. Trust me. I look at online dictionaries more than is healthy. Should I... I think I should put a hotkey down here, shouldn't I? Shift H, F7... ZN mine. There we go, that should work. Bosh. Now, back up to the surface, where we unpause the action and allow the dwarves to spring to life. Only 27 minutes into my recording. Oh wow, that took forever. So, what are we doing? Ah yes, I remember. Going down here and linking all of these to levers. So, let's take a little peek here. I don't know which one's hooked up and which ones aren't. I'm going to try flipping this lever. Nope. There we go. Let's flip this lever. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay, it's already queued up. Link building to trigger, pull the lever. Good. What about you? You've got any queued up? You got any queued up? This one has. Got 2 link buildings to triggers. That's good. That's good. So this one's being set up. This one's being set up. Ah, look. The mechanisms are on their way. It's good. It's good. Dictionary.com. Nice. Oh, that might be an American bias. Whichever way. I'll use nice from now on if you want. I don't mind. The National Institute for Clinical Excellence here in the UK. I had a friend who worked for them briefly. Assessing drugs for their economic value. I mean, like whether or not to buy them or get something else. Excuse my sniffs there. How dirty of me. What a horrid, horrid human. If I am even human. Look at this 37 frames a second. Once this lava situation gets sorted, hopefully we'll reclaim some of them. Then again, we do have a very large number of animals in my paddocks. So maybe... Oh shit, and there's a ton of bones as well. They're getting tore up by the old undead eagles and owls. That's a problem. Alpaca skeleton, stray reindeer calf skeleton. Man, they're screwing those reindeers. Maybe we need to wall this off. Maybe even put a lid on it. You know what? If you like it, then you should have put a lid on it. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Right, let's go to I so I can see the extents. It's going to be there, so hold the mouse there. Build, capital C, W. I would like a wall, and I would like that wall to go a little something like this. Where? Why can't I change the height? H. K. Oh, it's down there. Duh. Scoundrel, you fool. I was expecting it to come out of my cursor, but of course, I mean, that's daft. Too close to the edge of the map. Oh dear. We can't wall it in. Well, in that case, I have another idea. We'll put another area as our grazing land, and maybe we'll build a wall out around here. Decisions. Those grazers are now battle hardened, although I think the ones that were hardened most shattered into a cloud of teeth. So maybe we can have them a little less hard. That might be a bit more functional. I tell you what, we could put the thing here, can't we? Let's do that. I come up here. Bish bosh bash. Oh, can we do that? Apparently we can. Let's make it a... Where is it? Animal training area? Yes, but also a pen and pasture. Boom. Nice. And then we set the pen and pasture and we find every single animal that was in that other one and we transfer it across. And then we can begin walling that one in because it's a bit easier and much closer. Oh, arse candles! I've put the feckin' hens in. Oh, bollocks. How do I get rid of them? Do I press enter again? Yeah, boy. Yeah, you do. Okay. No, not hens, not hens. We want the sow in. Alpaca. All dogs are fine. Alpacas are good. Maybe not put the rattlesnake and the chimpanzee in. Rooster, no. Nanny goat, yes. Alpaca, yes. Sow, yes. Stray cow, yes. Hen, no. Donkey, yes. Stray war dogs, no. Alpaca, yes. Cow, yes. Dog, no. Alpaca, yes. Dog, no. Cavy boar, yeah, sure. Stray dogs, no. Stray alpaca, sure. Stray dogs, no. Alpaca, yes. Boar, yes. Cow, yes. Yak cow, no. No roosters. Dogs, no. Alpacas, good God, this is tedious. I bet I finish this and I look at chat and someone will go, do you know there's a much easier way to do that? You do it like this. And I'll be going, oh, for fuck's sake, if only I'd read chat. If only I had the prescience to look over every time I saw the chat tick up, just like that. Just like that. Rams, bulls, alpacas. We've got a lot of puppies. We might need to, a few, if you know what I mean. They are problematic in terms of frame rate. Stray baby alpacas? Yeah, sure. Puppies. We have way too many fucking puppies. And I think the fucking part of it is probably the problem. Maybe we geld them all and just ride out the wave until they die of old age? No. We're going to Cruella de Vil it. Of course. Cruella de Vil. If she doesn't scare you, no evil thing will. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, and then you put the duck in there. That would have been foolish, wouldn't it? Let's not put the troll in there, that's going to be a problem. Or the giant bat, it'll just fly away. More alpacas. Holy shit, we are making a lot of alpacas. Olm, piglet, yep, sure. Alpaca. Jesus. Oh, no, bugger. I've released the cave toad. Shite. Oh, no, it's back in its cage. It's all good. Don't panic, everybody. Piglet, horsefoal, bull, horsefoal, stray bull, goat kid, donkey foal, goat kid, mule. Sheesh. Okay, so everything's going in there, and I think we're going to have to go on a butchering spree, frankly. Cruella de Vil killed dogs to make sandbags and quivers. No, but if she'd lived in the right time period, she would have, and she would have looked fabulous. Artham, I always geld most dogs and cats, keeping just one male ready to mate. Oh my, you control freak. You eugenicist. But that's okay. Doggy eugenics is fine. Otherwise we wouldn't have dog breeds. That's exactly how dog breeds work. Let's go over to the animal screen then and see if we can reclaim some of these lost frames. Z, animals. So, how many pages have we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of animals. That's definitely got to affect the frame rate, right? Well, these stray war dogs, oh shit, they're all tamed. We're not killing them. Can we train? Oh, we can't war train the frigging crocodiles, but we can train them. So that's good. Olms can be trained. That's good as well. Hang on. What? There we go. Giant cave toads, sure, they can be trained, that's good. Don't really know why we need giant cave toads, but I've got a breeding pair, so we'll give it a go and see what they're worth for sale. Maybe they taste good, who knows? Stray war dog, they might actually have really good meat, thinking about it. Frogs' legs are notorious, and if they're giant, then maybe they're like turkey drumsticks or bigger. Cow drumsticks, oh my. For years I've been buying dogs and trying to get a breeding pair that don't eat their own poo. Gonna make a no breed, hoping to make a new breed like that. So far, no luck. That would be nice. Dogs that don't do all the terrible things that I don't like about dogs, like being licked. If you have a dog and I ever meet it, don't fucking let it lick me. It's like, oh, he's alright, he's friendly. It's not alright. It is not alright if your dog licks me. That is not alright at all. I don't want even to be touched by it. Just, you know, I'm quite happy for it to bark and play and run around happily and be cute. But, ugh, God. Ugh. Sorry, just to be clear, just to make sure everyone understands my position. Excuse me. War dog, tame masked lovebird. Well, we can't train that, apparently. Stray mule, tame, can be trained, but sadly, I don't care about that, I'm going to butcher it. Puppy, that one's been named, can't butcher that. Can't butcher the turkeys, don't want to. That's been named. Actually, can I hide all the named? Enter, toggle pet available. Oh, I see. I see. Can I toggle which ones I can see? Status domesticated, search. That donkey foal would be worth more meat if I let it grow up, but frankly we need the frame, so let's start killing. You know what? If it's not an alpaca and it's not a pet, boom, dead. Horse foal, dead. Bull, dead. Horse foal, dead. Stray piglet, dead. Alpaca, no, dead. Baby alpaca's piglet, dead. Reindeer calf, dead. Poult, that's a bird that lays eggs. Blue peacock, or blue pea chick, it's male. Keep it for now. Puppy, named bugger. Stray duck, lays eggs. Bomb wreck the ram, named. Stray donkey, dead. Ficod cavy pup, named. Stray bobcat, being trained for war. Wolverine, being trained just for funsies. Stray puppies, they can go. Bump, bump, dead, dead. Another stray puppy, dead. Giant olm, being trained. Is that being trained for war? It has W next to it. Oh, semi-wild. Okay, that's okay. Baby alpaca, no, you live. Giant cave toad, trained. Baby alpaca, you'll live. Puppies, off with your heads. Baby alpacas, giant cave toads. Might have to kill some alpacas as well. This is crazy. Oh, shitload of puppies. There we go. Bull, ram, water buffalo. What does that mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? X, male X. It's just like super male? They put a pair of symbolic testicle X's next to the sort of penis symbol thingy? I don't know. What the fuck is this thing? We're going to leave that around just to figure out what's going on there. Puppies. I think we can butcher some more puppies. They do make such wonderful jackets after all. Dead, 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 dead. Dogs, you can have war training. War training, war training. You're named, still getting war trained. Oh, you can't be, bugger. Yak cow, dead. Oh, that's not right. B, that's what I want to press. I was trying to war train it there. Boar, named, again with the super male thing. Ah, gelded. Of course, Arthur. Of course, I get the idea. Little does scoundrel know I'm building a list to make him a bespoke nightmare. A dog covered with slugs licking him as a chimpanzee fiddles around his pants. Man, the dream that the pant fiddling simian originates from was actually a much smaller monkey than a chimpanzee. If it had been a chimpanzee, I think I would have died of fright during the dream. I mean, it's one thing to have something like a macaque attempt to rip your testicles off in a nightmare, but a chimpanzee doesn't attempt to rip your testicles off. A chimpanzee rips your testicles off. Even if you put both hands over, he will just take the hands with the testicles and then slowly pry the dead fingers open to retrieve his tasty snack. I mean, do not fuck with chimpanzees. They are dangerous animals. Dangerous, dangerous animals. Too like us to be trusted. But interesting. Interesting nonetheless. Stray dogs, I think these all need war training, of course. What's the U there? There's a U next to his name. I don't know what that means. Unassigned. Oh, any unassigned trainer. Oh, okay. So let's assign any trainer. Stray alpaca can keep stray dogs. These all need war training. Oh man, the next poor bastard who attacks us is going to get bitten to bits. Cavy boar. Named. War training. Oh my goodness. Butcher. Baker. Candlestick maker. Nanny goat. Jeez, we've got so many animals. No wonder we've got no frame rate. You know what, it might be time to butcher a few of the alpacas as well, actually. Bang, 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 bang. Adult alpacas are bouchard. And that's the lot. Let's see what that does for the frames. Let's see what that does. Bang, bang, back out. We'll soon start to get the notifications. We'll see there. X male X might be an X male. Oh, that's true. Well, gelded is on the road, I suppose. It was definitely a smaller monkey. Nature is in general scary and ruthless. That is very true. That is very true. There is very little about nature which has very much ruth about it. Ruth? Oh, look! Oh, these have all been connected and opened. Look, this side's been done. What about these? Oh, I'm getting a bit distracted. Let's get back down to the switch room and figure out what the what now. Have any of these been added? Let's add a new task. Link up. Is it F for floodgate? Yes, it is. Let's go and find some... Oh, that one. Good. Not granite mechanisms. I would like to use gabbro mechanisms because we have established that that is magma safe. F, then I want to do the middle one in the moat. Not that one, not that one, not that one, not that one, that one, not that one, not that one, not that one, that one. Gabbro floodgate, and I would like gabbro mechanisms. There we go. And then add another one. F floodgate. Let's go from the bottom, see where that leads us. That's the right one. Excellent. Straight away. And then we go down to, once again, gabbro mechanisms. Beautiful. And then we add a task. Pull the lever. And also, let's get them doing this shit now. Because, frankly, I can't be asked to wait. Okay, cool. We've done that. Now, back down to the switch room. I've got to remember it's F5. Unfortunately, they're not in depth order, so my F keys are a bit effed, as it were. Ah! Oh, look at this. 45 frames a second. Could it be that my frame rate is increasing? Could it be that anybody notices the Curse of Oak Island reference? That's right. I watched Curse of Oak Island. So what? You want to fight about it? Sorry, getting a bit carried away there. Right, don't want either of those, or that one, that one. Oh, sweet. It doesn't show you ones already attached. So this is the last gabbro floodgate to be connected. Gabbro. Right, done now. And then at the end of the list, I would like to add pull the lever. Excellent. Excellent. Excellent news. Okay, so that's fun. We have to wait for a bit more of this to evaporate before we start putting the gates down this tunnel, but I think it'll be okay. I think we'll work. Let's have a look at what chat's talking about. We come in with safe spaces and being offended about everything. Well, you know what? I'm a very middle of the road kind of guy here with that kind of thing. Safe spaces, I don't mind. If that's something you want, that's cool. But not everywhere. Meet me in the middle. Often being offended is just a side effect of us suppressing our nature. Instead of ripping someone's genitals and eating them, we say, hey, you shouldn't say that. You're offending me. From the Ruth, pity, compassion. From the... Oh? We should be more like bonobos and just fuck it all out. That's true, Cupo. I think the world would be a better place if that was how we all behaved. Maybe a very different place, though. Very different. Imagine the G12 summit, or whatever it is. I don't know how many Gs there are now. I mean, it ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. 12 locked out countries going crazy. It doesn't work so well. Yeah, but, imagine that. Imagine if human politics was based entirely around sex. The old House of Lords would be a bit different. House of Parliament and that. I mean, it wouldn't sound much different. It'd still be all... I imagine that's what they'd sound like while they're doing it, but, it'd be different at least. The video footage would be more engaging, for sure. Sorry I ate your fruit. Here, let me blow you. Oh, my goodness. Sorry I rigged your elections. If you had all dropped in... Surely they didn't rig the elections. They rigged the elections! Oh, shit. I said it wrong. Erections! God damn it. I can't even pun right tonight. Excuse me. Well, that's you do you, Arthur. I mean, you can't argue with that, can we? I'd like to hear the Chamber of Lords cheering on buggery. I mean, go to the right places. I'm sure you can. Not all of them, not all at once, but I mean, some of them probably. Rigged erections. That was it. That's what they have in. Oh my God! I was about to make a terribly racist joke. I caught myself though. I stopped myself just in time. I'm sure you can all fill in the punchline, which kind of makes the fact that I pulled back a bit redundant now. Fuck it, I'm a terrible person. Let's go back up and watch something else, because waiting for these mechanisms to be fitted in the gates is boring. Let's go back down to the mines, see how they're doing in here. Not excellently. They have yet to uncover any exciting veins. We've got some basalt here and a little bit of red zircon, but frankly, I'm not that excited by zircons. I mean, we've got plenty of gemstones. Let's find some smeltable shite, right? Stuff to smelt. That seems reasonable, yes? Come on, miners, get moving. I'm conscious that we haven't been attacked yet, and it's been a while, and I know there's undead nearby, so I'm highly worried that we're about to be jacked. Should I start thinking about giving my military a bit more training? Getting the soldier to salute using a rope and pulley. But how does that work though? How is that effective? I mean, just think for a moment, okay, on the logistics of using ropes and pulleys as an erectile aid, so to speak. I mean, surely you've got to attach it to the end, because if you're not, if you're not getting lignous, so to speak, then I mean, it's got to be lifted from the end. So then, at the point you've got the rope attached, or the string, presumably some kind of, I don't know, fibre, maybe attached to a piercing, I don't know. Once it's attached though, it's not going in anywhere without having sort of like a razor-sharp taut cheese wire type thing coming off of it, which is going to be no fun for anybody involved. So I think you need to go back to the drawing board and redesign your sex aid, rando. Don't quit your day job. They're not calling you from sex.com yet. Sex.com. Oh, what's this? Oh, a carpenter's been possessed. Too busy thinking about sexual logistics. Let's see what happens. He's possessed by an unknown force. I'm going to click on him, press F for follow, and we'll see what he picks up. Oh, he's gone straight to the carpenter's workshop. Intriguing. Very unusual. We don't normally see one from there. It's nearly always a mason or a craftsdwarf workshop. But cool. Unsurprisingly, he's grabbing wood. Ho, 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 on topic. But now he's going to get something else. He's gone for gems. He's gone for gems. He just bypassed the first gem stockpile. A red one is probably a red zircon, so we'll be seeing something made of wood with red zircons on. He's heading further into the fortress. What's he going for? More gems? More gems, but this time probably spessartines, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll have to see when it comes out in the wash. Hello, Addylicious. Welcome back to the stream. You picked the perfect time to start hosting. Just as we're talking about terrible, terrible things. Dear oh dear. He's got more of these things. Man, this is going to be a gem-encrusted piece of wood. Is it going to be a table? Is it going to be a bed? A gem-encrusted bed, that's the guess. Maybe a gem-encrusted spike ball. Oh my. Check out these spiky, crusty balls. More gems? No, not gems now. He's gone... Oh, and a block of stone. Intriguing. He's begun. Well, let's see what he makes of that strange brew. What's going on over here? Am I magma furnaces working? No, they are not. And why not, may I ask? We have plenty of sand. We have... What have we got in here? Plenty of pearl ash. Yeah. Right, let's get an order in for some serrated glass blades. Where are they? Milk animal, make cheese. We should probably also shear animals and weave thread. So let's do that. Q... S-H-E-A-R, shear animal. Brilliant. Perpetual order. We have enough alpacas for that. And then, is it spin? Spin thread. There we go. And make that a perpetual order also. Boom. So we're decorating stuff with bone. We're constructing allanite blocks. We're forging iron leggings. We're preparing fine meals. Making wooden bolts. Spiked iron balls. Rock mechanisms. Metal objects. Pearl ash. Potash from ash. Ash. Potash from... What? Sure. Okay, let's remove that order then. Don't need that. Potash. Okay, so we need to make ash, then potash. How do I move this P? There we go, increase priority. Smelt hematite ore, which we've run out of. Galena ore we've run out of. Brewing drinks from plants is fine. Maybe I should also use fruit. I think we've got some fruit gatherers, but I'm not sure. And making cheese and milk is all good too. Good. Good. The girth hitch. Oh my god. Animated knots. Oh my goodness, I dared click on the link. Rando303, I'll save that one for afterwards. See what's going on. You've probably timed yourself out. As long as it's not terrible things, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, he says, hoping desperately it will be fine. Okay, so do I need to put any more orders in? I was... Glass, that was it. Glass, serrated glass blades. Serrated... green glass disc, boom. And how many do I want? Well, just put in a ludicrous number, just for the sake of having a ludicrous number in there. 90 sounds good to me. We are going to make awful traps. Just imagine stepping on a pressure plate on the way into my fortress from the caves, and suddenly 10 serrated glass discs as big as vehicle tyres just spring from the wall and start spinning. And then they've been chipped. They're a bit jagged, so it's not a nice clean cut. It's kind of a raggedy obsidian tear that gets pulled from you. It would be awful. Absolutely horrendous. Yet effective, which is really why I'm doing it. Make sure you still aren't smelting all of your metal items. What I've got here is... melt a metal object, but that only melts stuff that has been tagged as meltable. So if we go into my stock screen and have a look at steel stuff, for example. Oh, shite. E? God damn it, I hate this screen. S-T-E-E-L. There we go. So we now have 11 anvils, 9 bars, steel pick, steel short sword. Lovely. Very good. You know what? All those leggings I'm making, maybe I should make them out of steel, just to practice the boys up. Then again, what's he making? What are you making, Blackfire? Let's have a look. Iron leggings and spiked iron balls. Oh, sure. Why not? You do it. Do the balls go in the leggings? What a funny boy. Yeah, so things need melt designation before they'll get melted. Or at least, that's how I understand it. Those 11 steel anvils are still sitting there, so that's good. Man, I thought you got more than 1 bar for a steel anvil. That was disappointing to discover last time. I should probably check the stocks to see if there's any leggings and get them melted, shouldn't I? Animal stocks, iron chain leggings too. M for melt. What in the name of fuck happened there? Oh, oh, arse candles. Iron chain leggings, there we go, and Shift M to designate them for melting. Lovely, absolutely lovelies. If the namies still have the leatherwork, all the leatherworking, probably want to remove that. Might impact Rando's dedication to mining if he decides to make some pants at some point. That's a very good point, actually. Let's leave the dwarves getting about their daily business. I'm going to have a look up here and see when we come back if these have vanished. And we'll all head over to Dwarf Therapist. How about that? Yeah? And have a little look at things. I'm going to read the dwarves. We had 128, 43 and 11, and we still have the same numbers. That's glorious. Let's have a look at the namies quickly. Sort by has nickname. And then look at the 15 here and sort by leatherworking. Yes, they do all have leatherworking activated still. Time to deactivate that because, of course, it was only ever activated due to the... What the hell? Oh, the carpenter's in a mood. We can't change his things. That's fine. That's fine. We'll change it afterwards. We'll change it afterwards. Don't worry. Anybody want to name the carpenter after themselves? I mean, feel free. Speak up and say, because you can have him. He was old Blackfire, but he wanted to be a blacksmith, and I erroneously gave him someone who was actually our legendary carpenter. So hence, he's called Carpenter here. We've had to change his nickname. Anyway, enough of that. If you want to claim a dwarf, now is the time. We should probably find a tree cutter for old Lanicerus for that poetic circularity. Who've we got here? Well, Carpenter happens to be our only tree cutter. Well, Lanicerus, you are now a legendary carpenter / tree cutter. Let's do it. Set nickname, Lanicerus. There we go. Boom. And then commit the change. Oh, there you go. Lanicerus. Speaking of which... Oh, I spelled that wrong. Lanicerus. There we go. A little salute in chat there. Let's head back over until someone asks to be back here. Back to the home screen. No, back to the fortress, not the home screen. Come on, scoundrel, you can do better than this. Ooh, hello. Carpenter Likotsazir, Carpenter, has created Axethnebel, a pearwood table. He claims it as a family heirloom. Oh, that's wonderful. Let's take a little look at this family heirloom he has claimed. Where is it? There it is, at the bottom of the page. Enter V. This is a pearwood table. All craftsdwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with rose-cut bone opals, round red zircon cabochons, and oval allanite cabochons, decorated with pearwood and encircled with bands of rectangular allanite cabochons and cushioned red zircon cabochons. This object menaces with spikes of red zircon. On the item is an image of oval-cut gems in allanite. It's a bit boring, isn't it? Arched Mire the pearwood table. Fair enough. If you want, actually, I better check the value on that bad boy, because it may be bringing... Oh my god, it's worth 90,000 trade credits. Shit. That's true. That's true. The carpenter probably did kill Lanicerus in a roundabout kind of way under my orders by accident. What a shame. It's nice and circular that way. Right, let's unpause the action and let them get back on with what they're doing. Is there anything going on in the carpenter's workshop? No, we're not making anything with this wood, which is, I think, a bit of an oversight. Should I get some more spiked wooden balls on the go? Should I pop out some more spiked wooden balls? Let's do it. Let's do it. We can always sell them. Then, you know, it's not just elves who come and trade. Spiked wooden balls. How many do I want? Do you know what? Make me 50. 50 spiked wooden balls. Thank you very much. And that will do me very nicely. Do you need to find a D20, Blackfire Gaming? No. We just gave you we gave you the blacksmith after all. So you now have what you wanted, but you're a different dwarf. Ooh, spooky soul transference. Right, they're making the large green glass serrated discs. That's good. I'm happy about that. They're still making the leggings and the whatnots. Spiked iron balls and iron leggings. Good. We should also maybe make some steel stuff. Oh, I don't know. Oh, it's tempting to start making steel stuff. Maybe leggings and trying to skill them up with that as well. But no, we're not making our armour yet. Once we've got a nice stockpile of... Speaking of which... what's this? Milk quartz clusters. Well, that's very tedious, isn't it? Milk quartz. Sounds very, feeble. I don't know why, but it just does to me. It sounds feeble. Maybe we'll have better luck digging in the granite. If I designate from here to up to there, and then we'll do some more like this. There we go. Boom. All the way back up there. And we'll see what we discover going this way. Ooh, a section of the cavern has collapsed. What the hell? Where? Here. What? Oh no, people have fallen in. What's going on? Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. They were just digging out the... there was a piece of sand there. It's fine. There was a little thing. Are these guys hurt? Let's pause and go over to the therapist quickly and check it out. Who have we got? We've got Shorast and Fuzzy Logic. Oh dear. Let's go and look at the therapist. Go to the health tab. Where's Fuzzy Logic? Here he is. He's got lacerations. Oh no. His left hand thumb, tissue smashed apart. Oh dear. And then there's old Soras the Miner. Where are you, Soras? Do you... Smashed thumb. No fun. Not going to get a day off work for it, though. Not in a dwarven fortress, you won't. God, there's so many dwarves here. It looks like Shorast isn't injured, so that's good. That's good. At least only one person got hurted. Only one person got the hurty thumb. Oh, poor you. Sounds like you should put it in coffee, milk quartz. Imagine that, like a little stone. Oh, thank you for the follow, whoever that was. Unfortunately, I didn't see the notification because it was not only very small on my preview screen, but also on a white background. So if you bear with me one moment, I'll just refer to my dashboard. Flipvine, thank you very much for following. Much appreciated. Anyway, let's get back into the action, shall we? Ooh, actually, those of you watching on YouTube, unfortunately, you're going to have to wait till the next episode because I've been recording for an hour, and that's, I don't like to get much longer than an hour, frankly, because that's too long. People don't watch YouTube videos that long. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, YouTubers. Bye.